Hello everyone, my name is Nagender. Welcome to our first podcast. Today we are going to look US high level delegation which has went to China. For that, our guest is like senior research fellow from Jawaharlal University, specializations in international relations. Welcome Tushar Bhaiya. Uh, like uh, very US high level delegation has went to China, and how does India views to this US delegation which has went to China?
Thank you, Nagendra, first of all, for having me for this very first podcast of yours. As far as India's perspective of this US high level delegation visit to China is concerned, first of all, it is currently going on, and we don't have any sort of, what should I say, big statement out of US president or official statement post event. During the event, there has been a statement from US president as well as Chinese president. As far as India's perspective is concerned, India currently going through a lot of economic challenges from Iran war. So it is very important from Indian perspective to all the major power to talk to each other in order to resolve this crisis. But what we are seeing is this is not a conversation of US headed by Trump with Chinese president on Iran topic. They both are discussing on each other bilateral issue, and also they are discussing high tech issues, artificial intelligence related issues, and this bilateral trade issues. India's perspective is if they are talking on Iran war and if they are talking, if the question is how to end Iran war and how to end this economic disruption from this war, then it is in India's interest. But if they are coming together as a bilateral partner, as Donald Trump in his tweet said that he is conceptualizing G2. G2 is a group of two countries, the US and China. This is not in India's concern because for any norms formulation, India should be on a table. So, yeah.
Yeah, of course, Bhaiya. And the point is, one more point is why suddenly, the second question is why US is started suddenly engaging with China? Like, how do you view this relationship, which has when in Trump first term, he's not even wanted to engage with China, and he does whatever he wanted to do. Like, why suddenly wanted to engage with China?
Yeah.
How do you view it?
Nagendra, if you look at your second question is quite interesting because you said that why there is a sudden shift. I do think that United States in its first presidency, if you look at 2017 meeting with Xi Jinping, they both were discussing issues, but United States is quite of United States under Donald Trump is of the opinion that having a discussion with China is at most important because they now realize when Donald Trump came in, he started putting pressure on China. Basically, Trump decided to put tariff on China, but China knows how to tackle bully. China put a retaliatory tariff on America, and they also have a quite monopoly on rare earth production. As far as rare earth refinery is concerned, they have a monopoly, and they have a majority. It more than 80% of the refinery happen in China, and United States need all of this rare earth end product to build their artificial intelligence and other things. For example, this EV, autonomous vehicles, drones. For everything, they need China. They need Chinese stockpile. So, China, United States realized that China cannot be ignored, China cannot be bullied, China can only be tackled because they have a lot of retaliatory power. That is why you see Trump is respecting China now.
Yeah, very well, Amshad Bhaiya. And the third question is what I am going to ask is why do suddenly has China has invited whole delegations like in Asia, like a whole power has US power has came to China, like how China has invited.
As far as Chinese perspective is concerned, China is seen to be an only adult in room when you have US president in the home. Because United States president, you know, and I know, we have seen him, we have seen his tweets. He is not a mature leader. He is someone who is a very transactionary in nature, and Chinese president knows very much precisely that United States can be, manipulated. They have seen Israel has manipulated American president, and they also see that if they give small concession, if they give short term, concession to America, and in for that they can have a trade off, and they can have a long term concession from the United States. So to give you perspective, what China is doing is, first of all, China is quite prepared. I don't think US delegation is prepared because they were engaged in Iran war.
Yeah.
But Chinese delegation is quite prepared. They are ready to give sort of small concession to America because he is a transactionary president. He wants small concession. He want short term deals. But China he want a long term concession of US. Basically, as far as Taiwan is concerned, they have said quite bluntly that Taiwan issue is a very critical issue, and the United States is not supposed to say anything or talk about Taiwan in any way.
Yeah.
So they have decided categorically, we are ready to give small concessions, but in return you have to give long term concessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good analysis, Bhaiya. And do you think US will compromise on Taiwan issue with China? Like,
Yeah. As far as United States compromise is concerned, look, United States is composed of two people. Like, one is political leadership, the second one is experts, the bureaucrat. And we see in India we have a long-term bureaucrats who have a tenure, but in US there is no such thing called long-term bureaucracy. The bureaucracy is appointed by American delegation who is in power. So, and they are accountable to US president. They run as per the whims and fancies of US president. So I do think that Donald Trump is more concerned about upcoming midterm election than Taiwan issue. Also, they have engaged themselves in Iran war, and to fight Iran, they have utilized their assets that were deployed in Asia. So I don't think even if they want, they can they can protect Taiwan from China. But I don't think China is open to attack Taiwan. China knows that the way to Taiwan goes through diplomacy.
Okay.
They know Taiwan is their own people. They'll get nothing by bombing Taiwan. So they want to negotiate. They want to give economic benefit to Taiwan, and they want to integrate Taiwan to China, mainland China.
yeah, Wes, Bhaiya, very good analysis. Thank you for coming to our show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, bye.